Yo, what's up, guys? It's been a minute. We haven't had a trading video in probably a couple weeks, and that's really just because I needed a break. I needed to lock in, focus in on my craft, and get to a point where I feel comfortable enough to truly share my trades with you guys because there was a lot of inconsistency. And today was my biggest trading day ever. It was my biggest winning day. And I'm going to show you exactly why. We went 3 for 3 today on NQ, MNQ, micro contracts. And yeah, just quickly to tell you guys why I took a break, it's just because I felt like I was frequently putting out content, but the quality of it wasn't that high. And I want to put out the best of myself to you guys so you guys can actually learn, not just posting myself and my best moments, because that's what a lot of traders do. And I just felt that I was kind of in a stuck type of place, and what I was putting out wasn't really providing any sort of value. You go on YouTube and you see a bunch of unprofitable traders posting their journey, and I guess that's cool, but I want to showcase the struggle in a different way. And the way I showcase the struggle is by sharing what works for me and how I'm learning, not just like openly failing on the internet, because like anybody can do that and that's not impressive whatsoever. So I took some time to literally just focus solely on my trading, nothing, not content or any of that, because my content means nothing if I am not a good trader. And second of all, I took some time to just paper trade, not even live trade, no money, no emotions really involved, and perfect my craft. Because if you can't take the time to learn something and push yourself to really learn everything that you can, why are you doing it? In the same way that you may go to school and study for 4 years for a degree, you have to be willing to struggle and go through the pain and losses of trading to get somewhere and to learn something. So it's the same thing. You got to apply the same concepts. So yeah, today I went 3 for 3 on MNQ, NQ, and I'm going to show you guys what I took. I've switched up my model a little bit. I have a very standard plan that I strictly take. And without further ado, let's hop into the trades. So today, this is one of the earliest trades that I've taken in a minute, bro. Like usually I try to wait till 10 because I just like price to just play out, show me the data. But 3 minutes in the open, I had an entry present itself and it was a banger. So yeah, we okay. So first of all, on the higher time frame, yesterday we were extremely bearish in my and bullish in my opinion. I mean, the way we were coming, just gapping up in the market, this looked extremely bullish. However, for price to go higher, it has to go lower. And overnight in the London session, we had inversed this gap right here. Where is it? Yes, sorry, this is the 4 hour. On the 1 hour, we had a change in the state of delivery. We inversed this gap. And what you need to do, especially for my model, is you need to be able to align the higher time frame with the smaller time frame, because at the end of the day, you want to be going along with the trend. So you just break price down into fractions and you look for your model, which will eventually present itself. So higher time frame was bearish temporarily. It was looking like price wanted to come back into the range, come back into equilibrium to sweep out this engineered liquidity from the previous days, to most likely come higher because we've been looking really good the past week. We're finally starting to come out of this range. So coming into the morning, my primary idea was to be looking for shorts. A big problem for me before was that I was taking trades that didn't align with the higher time frame, and maybe it would partially run and then it would end up stopping me out, because that's not where price truly wants to go. And you notice that when you align the higher time frame with the lower time frame, those trades just magically run. So first trade, we have a sweep of internal liquidity. So coming into the morning, we're kind of just chopping around, and then I see at 9:29 we make equal highs with this, or not equal highs, but we come and sweep out this internal high right here. And then immediately after that, when market opened, we displaced to the downside. And if price came all the way down here and swept these lows and took out sell side liquidity, then nothing would have been valid. But the fact that we came down this low, we didn't put in a new low yet. So we just displaced. We put in an inverse fair value gap, which is a change in structure. Also, with that inverse fair value gap, we had a change in the state, which is a close below a series of up close candles that take out a high. So we took out this high, had a change in the state. What I look for is a pullback into either the change in the state or the fair value gap, usually the fair value gap because it's a better RR. So I waited for that to happen. We pulled back into the fair value gap just to make sure, because price is very, very volatile. The second the market opens, I was patient. I wanted to see how price reacted. And as soon as I saw that we were starting to show rejections, I entered short, set my stop above the manipulation, and I targeted the 2.5. All right, sorry, sell side liquidity because we already hit the 2.5. I set my break even right here. I set my first TP for sell side liquidity, and I noticed that when we are so close to either equilibrium of the range or the 4, I will leave my runner and just trail my stop pretty tightly. So that's exactly what I did. I realized that on the higher time frame, we were coming into, we were coming into equilibrium of this range. So from this low to this high, we came into the equilibrium, which is the 50%. So we're coming into discount of the range. And that's exactly what price did. We beautifully came, tapped the 4-hour EQ, as you see right here, and we rejected off. So I exited a little later after that. And yeah, it was a beautiful trade. Usually, I've been one and done on the day, but I found that the past couple of days, it's not even something that I'm upset with, because I think when you're starting to trade out, you have to be able to build good habits. One trade a day, one and done, win or loss. But as of lately, the market's just been giving really good opportunities, and I want to take advantage of it. So especially if I've taken a win in the morning, I can afford to risk part of that for a possibility of making more. And that's not some sort of greed. It's recognizing that if I have a setup, which is high level, not just taking anything, a high level setup, which I've back tested for hours and hours, and I know will statistically work out a majority of the time for me, it's worth it for me to take it, especially if I've taken a win on the day. Then I can afford to take a loss if it doesn't go right. So what we did here was we came to equilibrium. Price kind of chopped around a little bit. We then manipulated these lows again, and we had displacement, had a inverse fair value gap, and a change in the state, as you see right here. I didn't enter this on futures. I entered this on options. And this I wasn't super proud of, but I wanted to kind of get on with my day because I was pretty happy with the trade that I took 3 minutes in the open. So that, in my head, that made me my money for the day. So I just want to take this on options, make a little bit of money on there, start growing an account on there as well. So I took the same thing, waited for a pullback into the gap right here, chained in the state, entered probably like a little lower right here, and I was targeting the 2.5 and these highs up here. I'm not gonna lie, I got a little bit emotional just because with options, if price does end up coming for per se like down to break even again, it's not like the contract is gonna be worth the same as I bought it. If it comes back to even, it's going to be worth less because there's certain variables involved in options, theta, gamma, all that stuff. So I want to take partials or take profit when the opportunity presents itself. Even if I could theoretically have made more, I want to be securing those partials, because in the future I'll be sizing up, I'll be having multiple contracts, and I'll be able to take it at 20%, 30%, 40%, 50%. So in this case, I made 50%. Price was a little bit choppy. I wasn't 100% sure if we wanted to tap this 4-hour EQ and continue on or reject out of a gap. So I will say I got a little bit of emotional, but I just wanted to secure the P. So I got in, got out, and the trade ended up running 2 full TPs, 2, 2.5, and the 4 eventually. And then I went on about my day. I went on a really nice walk, spent some time with my family, my mom, and yeah, like that's the life that when you make your money in or so early in the day. Really, if you make money or lose money, you do your work so early in the day within the first 1-2 hours of the trading day that you have anything else to do. And it's like, yeah, I'm not unemployed, bro, but I'm not unemployed, bro, that's making potentially your 9 to 5 in 30 minutes. So be for real. Anyways, though, journaled that, and I thought I was done for the day, and I didn't end up journaling. I was gonna make a Instagram video going over the trades, and I come back and I'm just analyzing, like going over what made my trades work today. And don't mind this. This is just me like finding my model again. Ends up working out. And then over here at around 2:45, I see again we have this crazy news candle. I don't know what this was, but some manipulation putting in a data high right here of some sort. And then we manipulate and take out these lows, and we fail to displace below them. So what is that? That's manipulation. We're accumulating, manipulating up here. We then come down, manipulate these lows, and displace out of them. So that's a really good sign in my head that price is still very strong and it wants to continue higher. Along with that, we have a change in the state of delivery, this inverse fair value gap, and when price came and pulled back into it, we showed a lot of support. So I entered long out of this, and I was targeting the 2 to 2.5 on standard deviation and the 4, which is also sitting right next to buy side liquidity. The biggest thing with these standard deviation projections is you're not just targeting the numbers alone, even though that's what I did here. You usually want to align them with some key level of liquidity, swing high, swing low, etc. So I entered. Don't mind this. This was an accidental entry, and the trade played out beautifully. The only thing is it took about an hour, but I was really patient. I have a reel on my Instagram which is going over this trade. Maybe this is how you found this video. And the beautiful thing about having conviction in your setups is that it doesn't matter what price wants to do. You are so confident in the ability to take a trade based off of something you see that no matter if it goes to your stop loss or it goes fully to your take profit, you're happy because you've seen something so many times that no matter what price does, you know that based off of probability that it will work out majority of the time. So I wasn't per se as confident, given that I don't trade usually in the PM session because price looks like this, okay? However, my setup presented itself. I liked it, and I liked the reactions we showed, so I entered. My system told me to enter, and I entered. If I lost the trade, I would be happy because my system makes me more wins than losses. And the biggest thing that I struggled with so long is sticking to one thing and one thing only. Like, it's not always going to be perfect. You're going to take losses, and you can't internalize that. You have to realize, like, the market's not always going to favor what you're looking for. It doesn't care what you're looking for. It'll show you something and possibly manipulate you out of a trade and do whatever. But in my head also, when I take a loss, it's an opportunity to learn and be better. So, yeah, was in this trade for almost an hour. Price came, went break even, went into a little bit of drawdown, and I wasn't tripping, bro. I was telling myself the whole time that no matter what happens, I'm happy because this is what I look for and this is what I want the market to do. And eventually, after being patient, it ran to my full TPs. We had some crazy rally after. I think this is like with Trump speaking on the day, and like I could easily get these feelings of like FOMO. I mean, I did a little bit. I'm like, oh, I sold here and I missed all this, but like Isn't it crazy to think that you've made money on your computer, literally just clicking buttons, and you could still want more, even though it's a blessing of an opportunity itself? So I just had to reassure myself, like, bro, I made money on two other trades early in the morning. I followed my strategy. I took a break after my trades in the morning, and just in a good headspace. And the biggest thing is, like, I may sound very confident right now, and it's because more than confident, I'm just happy because I've been applying myself consistently, and it's something I've struggled with so long, and it feels like I'm finally having a breakthrough in my trading. But I'm not going to let this change anything. Tomorrow is going to be the same thing. I'm going to risk the same amount. I'm not over leveraging. I'm not changing my size to minis all of a sudden. It's the same exact shit, bro. And you're going to see it work out for me because I know this is what works, and it will work out for me. It's not even when. It's not even a matter of how. It's a matter of when. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just the consistency will compound. So I know it's a little bit of a yap. It's almost like 2 in the morning. I've been super busy. I played a game before. Um, but yeah, I just wanted to hop on here and make this video for you guys because it's I feel like I've evolved a lot in my trading, and I think today shows like exactly that. But like I said, not letting it get to my head. Just another day in the markets, doing what I'm supposed to do. And yeah, I'll catch you guys in the next one. Let me know your thoughts on this video. If you got any, please. I'd love to know anything that you've gotten out of this video. If you learned anything, or anything you notice about me. Whatever it is, I'm really open to comments and what you guys think. If you made it to this point, thank you for your time. Thank you for your love and support, guys. And as always, I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.